All right. I don't even know where to begin with this. I've already mentioned this before that they put hoaxes within a hoax, a story within a story, a distraction within a distraction. And this is one of them. The way that they think conspiracy theorists think that the fires started is all wrong and bullshit. But they go with that story because they're not actually, talking about what we really think started the fires.
The West Coast has been burning for weeks. Millions of acres have been scorched by wildfires from Southern California up to northern Washington state. More than 24 people have died, and that includes a California firefighter. And thousands of residents have been forced from their homes in the midst of a pandemic. Scientists and local political leaders are pointing to climate change.
Wrong. Put your graphs up. Put all your data. Give it to us about why and prove that this is from climate change. You guys, you never do that. You just say, hey, we're the television, we're CNN, we're the news. We're saying it's from climate control because scientists said that. You have to believe that because we're the television telling you that scientists said climate change is real. Duh, Al Gore, former vice president, won a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Like, that's how you know it's fake. They just pile on. They constantly bring it up. They talk about it. They give a guy a Nobel Peace Prize over it. It's all bullshit. This is not from climate change.
Is the cause of many of these fires, but that has not stopped some on social media, including the president, from spreading conspiracy theories about the origins of these blazes.
Yep, lump in the conspiracy theorists with Trump. Yep, this is all intentional, all by design. Now, what conspiracy videos are they talking about and are they going to show? Are they going to show regular truthers? No. It always goes back to the QAnon crowd, which I've brought up again. All by design, for a reason.
So one firefighter has taken to TikTok to debunk the nonsense.
Got nothing against this guy. He seems cool. He's a firefighter and everything. But I don't think he truly understands what conspiracy theorists or truthers think. He is just looking at QAnon videos. People from the Q crowd who are way off. So I'm going to do what he does to these people, to him.
Now, there are a lot of fires going on right now in our country. Was it planned? Here's something so crazy.
Yeah, they were planned. Prove they weren't planned. You're just saying, no, I'm a firefighter. You got to listen to me. They weren't planned. You've been fighting every single fire that's ever started in the past 10 years or whatever. So you know where every fire has come from and started.
That it might be true. So if you haven't been watching the news, the only thing besides Corona and the election is fires that they're talking about. But is it not weird to you guys to know that the fires know when to stop at the border?
Because it's a U.S. database map you're looking at.
See, this is the problem with the Q crowd. They don't do their homework. They just put out, what looks good for them, and they don't really do any research about it or fact check their own stuff. They just put out a video or a meme or whatever it is, and they just add some words on top of it, and they think that just makes it legit. It's fake truth or shit, and it drives me insane. There's a couple videos in here that he shows, and there's a reason why I didn't share those.
I'm not going to be reporting Canada fires.
Look at all the stuff we have. Not to mention
Look
that
at Canada,
there are zero stories about how any of these other fires started, except for this one that
campfires, lightning strikes,
direct energy weapons, which won't be mentioned one time in any of this. Like, they're always going to say, oh, there's some conspiracy theorists who think that some Antifa members are starting fires. No. That's what Q thinks. That's what the Q crowd thinks. There's all these other real truthers over here who've been doing this for decades. They don't believe in any of that nonsense. Why don't you ask them what they think? Why don't you talk about what they talk about? Oh, you don't. Instead, you get, you build up fake truthers and you push their shit and talk about it and try to debunk fake truther, fake conspiracy posts and videos.
Not very newsworthy.
However, I have something to show you that hasn't been debunked or even talked
Probably
about. And the reason why is because I don't think a lot of people have this.
Yeah, like they're showing this one girl who is like not, I wouldn't say this person represents the truther community or a conspiracy theorist. She just looks like a Q person who's still, trying to figure it all out.
Now what you're looking at are all half-burned trees about 40 miles from Grand Canyon National Park. I screenshotted the video so you can see the half-burned trees. But wait, it gets weirder. But if this was just a regular fire, why were there biohazard
That's literally not
all
there.
over the place,
I've
including on some of the
there.
logs that were down?
Okay, well, it's a big place, so prove that that's not there. It's just trees, bud. There wasn't any monuments you can be like, oh, that's not from there. They're just trees and land. It looks the same everywhere.
Looks
Be real,
edited.
this will
Come on,
probably
guys.
get taken.
This video. People have sent me this. There's a reason I didn't share this. This isn't direct energy weapons. This wasn't how the fires were started. This is literally a controlled burn. But see, someone who has, like, you know, just gotten into the truther community and they're starting to get some followers and, you know, they're a Trump supporter and they're part of the Q crowd and now they've got a couple 100,000 followers. They gotta make content. They gotta put content out that keeps those people happy or brings more in. So they make shit up like this and put words over it.
Just a little PSA. I noticed you turned off commenting and doing.
My commenting is not off. It never is. But good luck trying to find me, bud.
It's probably to spark some kind of conspiracy. It's a prescribed burn.
What's wrong with sparking thought? Huh? Nobody's dying from a conspiracy theory. Shouldn't you be battling fires?
We use drip torches and drones. Nothing crazy. Stay safe out there.
And that
Nothing crazy. Hey, bro, have you ever researched direct energy weapons?
firefighter, Michael Clark, is joining us now from Mililani, Hawaii. Thanks,
Michael Clark, M on its side of 3, ABC 123, hidden 33.
Michael, for being with us and for providing this information that tons of people have been watching. I know that you were scrolling through TikTok and you saw this blatant misinformation.
I was just scrolling through TikTok while I was, just dying of thirst and hunger and sleep from battling these fires for the past couple of months. Like, really? You hopped on TikTok while you were fighting fires?
Information about fires on the West Coast. So tell us
And
about
then made a video knocking on people who were talking about it. And then you had time to go on CNN. What kind of firefighter are you? What kind of flag is that? Oh, that's probably for firefighters since it's red.
that decision to engage and debunk.
Yeah, I've just seen a lot of bizarre conspiracies about wildfires, and
Yeah? Did you see the ones about direct energy weapons? Why don't you bring that up? How come CNN never brings up that? Huh? You guys bring up all the other possibilities, but you never bring up the one that could possibly be true because you don't want people thinking about it or talking about it because it's true, because it's the legit reason. It's not climate change.
some of them turn off commenting, so you can't even reply back. So I just wanted to try and share what information I have.
Well, then quit trying to talk to Q crowd people. Come find a real truther. Comments are on, bud. Game time woo.
Had to just help calm people down when it comes to all this crazy nonsense. It's obviously nonsense.
And so when this nonsense is getting
So when this nonsense is...
out there and some folks are believing it,
Why is it nonsense? You guys didn't... It's just your words versus someone else's words. You didn't provide any facts first to debunk it. It's just your words versus someone else's words.
what is your concern?
What makes that nonsense? Is that nonsense because they don't have a television show where they can say that it's nonsense?
Honestly,
Like you guys?
the biggest thing that concerns me is that these influencers, they have like over 2 million followers.
See, they call them an influencer. A QAnon person, an influencer. That's not a real conspiracy theorist, a real truther. They don't have millions of followers. They're shut down. People who have that many followers are pushed on purpose for a reason, promoted, for a reason, because they're not speaking any of the truth. They label it as conspiracy theory, and then they put it on TV and they use it as an excuse to come after real people like me, who just got his Twitter deleted, was in Facebook jail, had his backup Facebook deleted, and has his YouTube suspended for 90 days, all within 3 weeks. They'll purge my stuff because of these fucking idiots.
Tons of views, and it's dangerous. And especially in 2020 with the pandemic, it's just not necessary to be spreading all sorts of false information.
Really, dude, you're a firefighter. I'm sure. This is what you come on and say randomly off the top of your head.
And
this is how I feel randomly. Nah, you rehearsed reading over a script over and over to say this bullshit.
million followers, tons of views, and it's dangerous. And especially in 2020 with the pandemic, it's just not necessary to be spreading all sorts of false information.
And
Crock
you
of
become an
shit.
influencer really for the truth in this matter. Tell us about the response that you
Oh yeah, this is the influencer for truth. Okay, CNN.
received.
Overall, it's been pretty positive, and I
Well, here's some negative, bud.
feel like that's very rare, especially with how divided our country is right now. So I'm just going to try my hardest to keep pushing some positivity out there and really make a good thing about this.
Cool. Now go research direct energy weapons. Go research DUMBs and see that they can start this shit from underground, buddy. They are 50 years advanced in technology of anything that you know about. And for you to think that nothing or anything of this is possible is asinine.
We've been watching state and local officials in areas that are all different political stripes.
The reason they're talking about this on TV and coming after conspiracy theorists and using a fake reason for the fires being started is for a reason.
Going out there and saying, look, this isn't true, and they've been tamping down lies about who is starting fires. I wonder if anyone has reached out to you for help in dispelling these rumors, or are you kind of on a solo mission?
I don't know what label you want to call these, arsonists. The biggest negative feedback I received from my video is people are saying that I'm saying there's no arsonists out there. There definitely is arsonists out there.
No, my biggest problem is you're not saying that the government isn't the arsonists, and you don't know what direct energy weapons are. If I was a firefighter, I would know what direct energy weapons were.
It's a major, it's a common cause of wildfires. The simple fact is, though, that it's not
climate change and lightning is what starts wildfires.
Every wildfire that's out there, which is what some of these conspiracies are trying to lead to believe, that there's just this massive ring of arsonists going on and starting wildfires.
No, that's not what we're thinking. That's what Q thinks. That's what the Q crowd thinks. We don't, normal truthers who've been here for 20 years don't think that.
And that's just...
Yeah, we've seen a couple of videos of people doing it, but again, what's the context of the video? It's just a little blurry video of a guy who looks like he might have a gas can or a torch, and the dude saying he's setting fires, and look, I have it on my cell phone. Like, yeah, okay, you can think about all that in your head and think that that's what that is, but you don't really know if that's what that is.
Simply not true.
Because there's always lightning, right? But you have conditions.
Yeah, which, do you know what a TR3B is? Look those up. Those harness energy and can redirect lightning. And they can play God. They can shoot lightning wherever they want. Shoot the lightning in whatever dry field from them not pouring, they control the weather, people. If they don't let it rain in California, dry it out, use your TR3B to fly over, shoot some lightning down, start the fire, and let it go. And then they can use their other technology, the DEWs, the nanobots. There's some crazy shit I've seen. So it's not just climate change. Get the fuck out of here. Climate change doesn't exist.
That change based on, as we're learning, climate change, right? We're talking about drier conditions that just make something almost waiting to be sparked.
Yeah, tell a vision there, television. Don't show nothing, don't bring no facts, but tell that vision of how the fire would start.
Oh yeah, there's tons of, different causes. Lightning strikes, you got machines. I like to recommend INCIWEB. It's INCIWEB. You can look up any fire out there. It's public knowledge if you want to know how that fire started. And just look for yourself. My biggest message is
yeah, it's definitely going to tell you the truth. It's going to say this one was started by a direct energy weapon.
Just do your own research.
All right. Well, hey.
Yeah, do your own research. Take your own advice. That'd be my advice to you, is take your own advice. Don't just research what you think is to be true. Research the things that are uncomfortable, that you think are impossible. Research those to the point that you can debunk them.
Yourself, my biggest message is
don't just add on to what you already know and feed your ego.
Just do your own research.
All right. Well, hey, Michael, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We have more on breaking news.
No.